Hey guys, welcome back to Doc Lil Talks Comics. Tonight we're going to do an initial assessment on a great new book by Rick Remender and Daniel Acuna, Escape, Issue 1 from Image Comics. So you've got Milton Shaw, who is the animal on the cover, and it's an anthropomorphic story about war, about loss, about grief, and about survival. And at the very beginning, you get Milton and his crew are in a bomber. And this bomber is set to go destroy a Titan gun. The Titan gun can do immeasurable damage to their side of the war from the opponent's side. So, first off, what I want to say about this is I was really drawn to the colors. And the colors in this book were done by Daniel Acuna, who did the artwork as well. But look at the skies, look at the color. It's almost like an Alex Ross sky. But you've got this hardened, grizzled team that have run 28 bomber missions together. And they're trying to figure out where this Titan gun is so that they can destroy it. And they're lining it up. They take some fire from missiles. And one of the co-pilots says command wasn't blowing smoke about those new stealth missiles. Radar's no good. Tail gun hot. Fighters will be knocking soon. So now you've got Magoo, the cat, the alley cat, that takes on the tail gunner position right here. And he's getting ready to fire at will on the opposing army's planes as they send planes, as they send rockets, as they send everything to try to stop them from destroying this gun. So you get to looking, they get to looking through the looking glass, and they see that the gun is there, but it's surrounded by civilians. And the plane, again, we've got that amazing Daniel Acuna artwork right here. The plane is damaged, but Milton and company are determined they're going to make their run. And as they make their run and they open the bomb doors, they blow up everything very near to the Titan gun, but not the gun itself. And one thing you have to think about in war that a lot of people don't think about, you've got a blast farther away, you've got another one right here, and the third bomb got them. And when I say got them, it's innocence. I've talked about this, I think, in other videos before, but I read somewhere and I cannot find the quote where it came from. But it's two characters talking. And one character says, "You've got to fight." And the other character looks at character number one straight in the face. He says, "But you can't have a war without people dying." The collateral damage between U.S. wars with other countries fighting themselves, the collateral damage is what normally gets lost in these stories. You don't think about the people that get hurt that aren't soldiers, aren't grunts, aren't pilots, aren't commanders, or some high-ranking official. But just as many of those people who are innocent, truly innocent bystanders end up dying because of these wars. Now, sometimes these wars are just. And sometimes the cost of innocence seems to be worth it. But it never hurts. It never stops hurting to lose somebody whose only fault was living. So I think you guys know how I'm going to swing this initial assessment already, because you can see the depth that this story spoke to me. You can see the love and the tender care with the paint and the lines and the images that Daniel Acuna put to paper and the words that Rick Remender wrote. So they missed their target and they decided to swing back around and try one more time. Now they've got fighter jets scrambled to try to take them out once and for all. And even though Milton is an A1 pilot, he comes to eventually find out that he's just not good enough to get away from everything and everyone that's coming after him. So the lieutenant gets damaged and hurt in the shoulder and looks like he's going to pass out. Milton's trying to get him to keep talking. Magoo keeps firing as long as he can with his belly gun. And he says, my 9 lives are all spent, so I'm borrowing one of theirs. And at the end of everything, they lose their plane. And Milton jumps out, lands, and the enemy says, dragging me by his throat. He'll suffer for every child that we've lost. So he's in enemy territory. He came from the bomber that just destroyed all of these innocent lives. And now he's got to somehow find an ally and survive. So like I said, it's a story about survival. It's a story about how far one person, one anthropomorphic animal, one set of people will go to avenge their fallen, and on the other hand, to make sure that the oppression from the other side of battle, whether it be real or fictionalized in their own mind, are willing to go just to end this war. This kind of reminds me of Animal Castle, but we've got truly humanistic characters rather than just talking animals. So it's similar to something is killing the children. It's similar to Beneath the Trees, because those characters walk and talk like humans as well. But this has got a much darker slant to it. This has got a humanistic, real, heavy feel to it. So, under initial assessment, I can't tell you to drop this book or to not pick it up. I can only tell you that if it hits you with the same emotional resonance that it hit me, then the only option that you have is to pick it up and to read it and give it a shot, because it's not a miniseries, it's an ongoing. It's another one of Rick Remender's giant generator books, which is his imprint within Image. So, did you guys try this book? Did you pick it up? And if you did, let me know what you thought about it. Do you think that it's worth continuing on, or is it a silly book about animals trying to act human? Because to me, it had all of the necessary story elements to be a classic. As long as Daniel Acuna stays on the title as artist, and you get to see the love and the support and the tears and the heartache that he put into each and every page in this book, and Rick Remender brings the humanistic storytelling side to this tale, I'm here for it for the long run. Thanks for putting this book out, Image. Thank you for thinking it up in your mind, Rick Remender. And thank you for pouring every single bit of yourself into the artwork, Daniel Acuna. Bravo, gentlemen. Bravo.